Welcome to IELTS Band Up, where IELTS is made easy. Hello everybody, Adam here again from IELTS Band Up. Do you want to improve your reading, grammar, and vocabulary in just 5 to 10 minutes? Well, this video is perfect for you. I will use a real IELTS reading text, and I'll give you multiple choices for vocabulary and grammar, and by choosing, you will better improve. After you are finished the multiple choice questions, I will give you the answers and I'll give you examples for how you can use them in your IELTS writing and speaking so that you can get a higher score there as well. And don't just watch, participate. Put your ideas in the comments section below. Use the grammar and vocabulary covered here, make personalized sentence for you, and that way you will remember when you have your IELTS test. When you make it about you, you will remember much more. Each month, I randomly choose one person and I check their IELTS Task 2 for free. So the more comments you leave, the more chances you have to win. And a big thank you to my friends at IELTS-Blog, where I work as an examiner. If you would like to have your IELTS speaking checked by me, check the link below. Okay, let's get started with the lesson. Now, you will have 20 seconds for each multiple choice selection. If you need more time, just pause the video. And now it's time for the answers and a way for you to use them in your speaking and writing test. Let's start with number 1. Well, the answer here is to take. So to take is the to infinitive explaining, why, when it says 11 ships set sail from England. Well, why? Well, to take the first group, of convicts to Australia. So this is answering the reason, it's like because of why the first ships set sail to England. Now, you can use this in many ways for yourself. For example, I had to take a test to, immigrate to Canada. So it's giving the reason with to infinitive. So those are many ways you can use them. It could be, I am learning English to take the IELTS test, something like that. For number 2, it is the passive was selected. So you've got the be verb plus selected, the past participle. Now, when it says here, but nearby Sydney Cove was selected, it doesn't say who selected it, right? We don't know who the subject is of the selecting. So that's why it would be was selected. Now you could use this for your own speaking. If you were talking about maybe a past experience, I was selected as team captain, or I was selected as class president, something like this. And that way, you can use passive, which really helps your grammar score. For number 3, it's just the past of be, and it's were difficult because the subject is plural, right? The first few years were difficult. Now you could use this for yourself by saying, my first few years of high school were difficult, or my first few years at my job were challenging, something like this. That would be great. For number 4, this is a collocation. So we're talking about food shortages, okay? This is when there are not enough, there's not enough food. You could say there's job shortages as well. When you look at the other examples like lacks, right? I lack patience. That would be a collocation for lack. Not in this context, not food lacks. Food absence, no, that would be wrong too, because absent would be somebody, usually from work or from school. And famine, that again is different. We would never say food famine. We would just say famine, okay? Like this country has a severe famine. It means many people are starving. So that's why the other answers are wrong, but you could still use them, and I hope those examples help. And for 5, these are connecting words, and you have to look at the full sentence to understand, right? Although the settlement was a prison colony, few convicts served their sentences in jail. So you can see in the second clause, it's giving contrasting information. We would expect people going to, a prison colony to be in jail, but it's giving you in the second clause surprising information, right? It's going against what we expect because we expect them to go to a prison colony. And of course, you can use this in many different examples for yourself. You kind of give the first clause and then the next sentence is something surprising. Now this will help you in your reading or listening, because whenever you hear although, you know something different is going to come in the second clause, so you can listen carefully for that. And for number 6, you've got had built as the most correct answer. Now the reason I say this is the most correct answer is because it's something finished in the past, okay? So you've got the past perfect. Now you can say built. Built is not wrong. They lived in houses, they built themselves. Absolutely, this is okay. If you have a grammar teacher that tells you that built is wrong, no, they are wrong. Trust me, I've had many discussions about this. Built is acceptable. It's just had built is more appropriate because it's finished in the past. Now, the other two choices of had manufactured, they wouldn't collocate with a house. Manufactured are for things like cars or other kind of objects where you actually have to change their form. So manufactured and houses, they do not collocate well together. Please check out the link over here. It's an introduction to all of the current speaking Part 1 questions. I act as an examiner. You can practice. It's perfect. Plus, there's lots more videos below, ways you can follow me, and I wish you the best of luck on your next IELTS test.